Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Welcome, everybody, to the Truth Table. I'm Paul Everton. The host here is January 13th, 2026, episode 29 of season 2. And I think I already said that. So thank you for joining us today. My guest is Angel Godsoe, and we've had a lot of fantastic conversations and plenty more ahead in the future, I'm sure. But we're really focused on holding government accountable. No amnesty. You know, you don't get to just brush this off and say, well, just a mistake we made. You know, we had no other options, and we were listening to our experts, and that's not good enough for me. Is that good enough for you? Oh no, you're breaking up. Oh darn. So that means I'm gonna have to invite you. I'm gonna invite you to yeah, I'm gonna invite you to Facebook video because yeah, I'll re-invite you. There we go.
Leave? Do what?
Yeah, so you have to sign out, sadly. I don't know why this stream does that so much. It's very frustrating. But I did invite her to let's see if I can't find her here. Share this one. Remove myself from that screen. And then I'm pretty good at this, I think. There. Now we've got you. Okay, I'm going to see if I can't make you a little bigger. Perfect. All right, we'll try this all over again.
Okay.
Welcome to the show. This is your second appearance on the Truth Table. And you have a lovely table. As you can see, she is sitting at a table. So the Truth Table is literally a table. And I'm at my table and she's at hers. And we're going to talk about this...
the People's Order.
The People's Order that she made. An order of cease and desist representation by writ.
It has a joint effort, so I can't take complete credit for it.
No, that's okay. That's okay. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to work together to help each other in, in a nonpartisan fashion, for the same outcome, to the betterment of our fellow man. Right?
Yep.
So I don't take credit for what I'm doing or any part that I'm in, because I'm honored to be a part of any form of justice for my fellow man, or the betterment of our country, men and women. And that's kind of what you're doing, is you're saying, we're not just going to let this slip.
No, we can't. We really cannot afford to ignore the injustices that have occurred over the past, 5 and more years, right?
Yep.
Sorry. Oh my gosh. Did I lose you? I didn't lose you. Did I?
No. No, we are live, so all kinds of sorts of things could happen. Just like on the Carol Burnett show when they were live. I think that was the best way, is live.
Were they actually live? Wow.
I loved it. Live in front of an audience.
Am I stuck? Am I frozen?
Yep, you're frozen. But I can still hear you.
Maybe the video will catch up in a minute.
Yep, so long as I can hear you, that's fine. If
you
want to
hear me?
Yep, I hear you fine. There's no delay in that. And if you want to go over the document.
Sure. I do. Okay. Maybe I should tell you a little bit of a history
Yeah.
about how it developed. So I'm going to go way back. I'm going to go back to the convoy, and after the convoy got smashed and broke up by our government declaring war on the people, um, a small group of us, there was maybe half a dozen core group, decided that we would form a group. And I think I mentioned this to you because of the name of your show. It was called Join the Table.
Awesome.
And the group called Join the Table were meeting every Sunday. We would go to Biker Church, and then we would just invite whoever Holy Spirit um, kind of led us to reach out to meet after church, and we'd have coffee and whatnot, and just talk about how we can continue on the work that we started with the convoy and holding the government accountable.
Yep.
So that went on a few months, probably into April, anyways, April 2022. And then, it was just getting a bit. I'm 4 hours away from Ottawa, so it was a bit much for me to be driving there every week. So then, we started doing some Zooms and things and different groups, and I just got really more involved in our local freedom stuff going on in this area, and different groups around the country on Zooms and stuff like that. And then it's really disconcerting looking at my image here that's frozen. I'll get over it though. Okay. It's not even a good angle. Like, come on. Okay. Okay. So in 2024, I got to following Dana Metcalf, who is going to be another guest of yours, or maybe she has been a guest before.
She's on tomorrow.
She's awesome.
Yeah,
I
3 p.m. tomorrow. Dana will be on. Yeah, it's cool that you're on back to back.
Yeah, she had a fantastic initiative called the Million Charges. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that initiative. It was really to encourage people all over the nation, from coast to coast, to go into your local police department and report these crimes. And I'm just going to name some of the crimes, okay, that I report. Okay, so Section 336 of the Criminal Code, breach of trust. Section 212, criminal negligence causing bodily harm. Section 380, defrauding public funds. There's also profiteering, and that would be from pandemic-related investments. So there's also embezzlement and misappropriation of public funds. Mm-hmm. Also, Section 390, willful promotion of hatred that would be of unvaccinated people by our former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. I don't know if y'all remember that when, he said, "Are we going?" Really? Wow. Section 212, criminal negligence causing bodily harm. Section 222, homicide. So people actually died from these shots and are still dying. And of course, there's the 1947 ethics regarding medical experimentation, as well as the 1948 Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of Crime of Genocide. So that would be the Geneva Convention. So, yeah, a lot of crimes. A lot of crimes have happened, have been perpetuated on the people by our own government, our own health officials. Would you like me to name who we're naming in this? This is an order of cease and desist.
Yeah, sure.
So would you like me to name who's being named?
No,
okay.
I'm gonna suggest cutting off and coming back in.
Okay, yeah, because being frozen sucks.
Yep. So we're not gonna give up. We're gonna keep trying. Let's see if I can't do this. Try calling her back. And share screen.
How's that?
Okay, now we've got you back.
Is that good now?
There.
Okay. I move.
Yep.
I can see me move. Okay. So just before we cut out, I was naming the people in the order. I don't think I got quite to it. So we're going to start with the Speaker of the House, Francis Scarpellegia. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. We also are naming our Governor General, Mary Simon. We are also naming the King's Privy Council, all present members of the King's Privy Council, and all present and past as of September 2019, members of Parliament and Prime Ministers Justin Trudeau and Mark Carney, as well as Theresa Tam, our former health chief of
Health Minister.
Her title was.
I think
No, she wasn't actually
Minister of Minister of
She's
Health.
not a minister. Theresa Tam wasn't a minister. She was the chief. It's in the document. Can you look on yours? Because it's not mine. I don't have an updated one. It's chief health officer. That's what it is. She's the chief health. Was the chief health officer, I believe.
Yeah, she's from. She's Chinese. Canadian physician.
Was, I believe, chief health
Chief
officer.
Chief of Health Canada. Yep.
Okay.
Chief Public Health Officer of Canada.
Yeah. So she contributed to a lot of the damage.
Oh,
she
absolutely.
Was even in a lot of the propaganda. She appeared in commercials and teaching children to get the jabs, and parents and everybody, right? Like, she did a lot of damage. So I believe she should be accountable.
I agree. We shouldn't let anything slip because people's lives were affected and ruined. Families were broken up. People died, and children were abused and lost. The ability to learn properly, but not seeing the mouth, the facial expressions. It's detrimental to learning and education. Plus, it's a petri dish because it's warm and moist. So it's
don't
just
tell me that
the mask.
dirty mask.
But wearing a mask all
Clean
day
air.
is absolutely child abuse. So
Yes.
they should definitely be charged with child abuse. Oh, someone posted a big long statement here. Oh, Kathleen. Dr. Theresa Tam is a renowned Canadian physician and public servant. She's renowned, all right. Yes. Thank you, Kathleen. And thank you, White Wolf. I'm hoping that sounds no longer choppy. If it is, let us know, and we'll get her to pop out and pop in. And we're not going to give up just because of the internet is giving us a hard time. The first interview was really bad. It was so choppy. Oh my God. But we didn't give up because the message is what's important here, not me or Angel. It's about the message. It's what we're talking about is what's important. So long as that gets through, then we've done our part.
Okay, can I read the next order?
Yep.
Can I read it? So okay. So, whereas this federal party system has led to a dysfunctional parliament. Now, I just want to say that this is not the final draft. I have sent you a copy of the final draft.
Yep.
It was a little bit. So this is just one. I actually printed 1,000 of these. So I have I have a lot of these still. I've handed out a few hundred, but okay. Whereas the federal party system has led to functional parliament, elected officials are forced and coerced to prioritize party loyalty and corporate and crown interests and well-being of their constituents and the people. Whereas this government has repeatedly misappropriated funds without impunity. As the official opposition has failed to report and prosecute these crimes, they are complicit. These crimes have significantly impacted Canadians and are endangering our physical safety, bodily autonomy, and economic well-being. We demand public release of investigations, public declarations, and the removal from office of all MPs compromised by foreign interference. We demand a halt to parliamentary proceedings until all ministries, all ministers' financial records, complete external forensic audits. We demand all illegal and irregular findings be made public, funds restored, and criminal charges applied. We demand electoral and parliamentary reform to abolish the present party system. No party should hold majority, and no MP should be forced or coerced to uphold party policy over constituents' interests. Only present MPs who pass audit and swear oath to represent and serve the people, uphold our laws of bodily autonomy and medical privacy, shall be restored to office. We declare all men and women are created free and equal. We demand Parliament recognize our right to hold accountable our leaders and remove those who commit crimes and abuse their office. No public servant is above the law. Our government will and shall have a duty of care and a responsibility to duly represent the people. Oh, where did you go? Did you leave? Hello? Okay, you're back. I thought you abandoned me.
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry, I was couldn't click on that button. No, that's good.
I'm like, okay, my turn.
No, it's good. That's the thing. We want to make sure we include everybody, and we document, all the different instances of harm that were done that none of us would have done. I don't think I know anyone that would have made any of these decisions. So it seems more like an agenda than actually dealing with a problem. If one arises, if one of your kids gets sick, you have remedies. You have things that you can give them to boost their immune system, so they can fight back. Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Problems.
Thank you for coming, White Wolf, Cleo. Our regulars are here, and our irregulars. I can't help myself. I'm trying to be serious, but we can't always be serious. Kathleen is also with us, and Katie, sorry. She's always very helpful and studies very hard and researches very deep, as I do. And that's kind of how this show happened. So you just gotta make sure that it's can hold up in court before you file.
So let me give you a little bit of history about that. So I mentioned earlier on that this is a continuation of the million charges. So what happened in 2024 is people all across the nation went to their local police stations and reported crimes, violations of the Canadian Criminal Code, violations of the Nuremberg Code, violations of the Geneva Convention. So they were all these crimes perpetuated on the people by the government were reported. And I'll tell you what happened in Ontario. I'm not sure about the other provinces because I don't know. I don't have that information. Dana probably has that information. But in Ontario, what happened was all of the reports went to headquarters OPP headquarters in Aurelia.
Oh yeah.
And they kept giving me the runaround, like, as to what was happening with the investigation. So I decided to go to the headquarters in Aurelia and talk to the investigating officer, see who it was, and, find out how's the investigation going. First day I went, I was told the investigator wasn't there. So I asked what day he would be back. I came back on that day. I was told he was out on the road. So I said, I will wait. And I waited there for hours. A friend of mine and myself waited. When he finally did come back, I actually recognized him as somebody who had served in our local detachment, and he knew me. And he said, Angel, I'm investigating an investigation that's not being investigated. It's being shelved. Like, basically, that's it. That's all. Like, it's come to a dead end. Nothing's going to happen. If you want to see any remedy, he told me, you have to file it in court yourself. That's what I'm attempting to do now. Well, I will do it, but I'm waiting on the Freedom of Information to release the police report from the OPP to me, because you can't just like go to the OPP and say, okay, give me my police report. They don't do it that way. You have to apply for it and then, wait, like it can be months. Police report.
And good point, Kathleen, who's mentioned the Event 201, which is all recorded and documented, the entire COVID plan, even if she predicted that it would happen, openly, it's going to be a big one, It's like they all pre-programmed us they prepared us like a form of brainwashing. But they had these events like Event 201 where they're talking about what they're going to do. And there's just so much evidence against them that it doesn't make any sense. It shows us that our police and our RCMP and nobody's working with us. Nobody's protecting us from these crimes. And they are crimes as far as I'm concerned. How dare they try to police our truth? Are you kidding me? You want to be the arbiter of truth? Are you, after what you've done, safe and effective?
It's
like how many?
Basically turning the police are turning a blind eye. It's almost like, it's very similar to what had happened with Helen Group.
Yes.
She was not allowed to investigation either.
But she found evidence that children were being hurt. And, she was investigating the causation and ensuring that this is truth. And this is children being hurt. And look what they did to her. So, yeah, these are all evidence to us of what situation we're in, of the governing.
So
What can we do? Yes. If they appoint judges, will your paperwork even do anything?
I don't expect to get any remedy.
Yeah, because someone said that to me.
This is going to get really exciting. So I don't expect to get remedy our courts. I don't. But what I want to do is have everything filed properly, and when they dismiss it or whatever they do, then we, the people, can take matters into our own hands in a peaceful, lawful way. Okay.
Yes, of course.
Because we have the right to form grand jury. All right. Mm-hmm. And we also have the right to serve an order. So we can serve this order ourselves, and we can also be deputized as peace officers. All right. When you're not getting from the police, or you're not getting, in a case where the police are unable to assist you for whatever reason, there's a great book called Brass Immunity. People may want to look into the reasons of why we're not getting police assistance, but that's totally for another day. We can talk about that. But we can deputize each other. There are certain municipal officials who have authority vested to deputize people as peace officers. Okay, so you to imagine that, will 1,000 peace officers. So these are men and women who want to keep the peace, and what they're going to go into Parliament, and they will serve. They will serve this document. 1,000 peace officers, very peacefully, no shouting, no signs, no other agendas. It's simply we want remedy for this situation, and we are willing to stay until we receive that remedy. So if you want to think back to just a little time in my time, maybe. Well, I was born in 1971, but the 60s, the sit-ins of the 60s against the Vietnam War. Remember that?
Yes. And Cleo will be our chief law enforcement officer. That's awesome, Cleo. It works with her name, eh? So it's cute. Sorry for interrupting.
Chief law enforcement. Cleo. Okay, I can't see the comments that you're seeing.
Oh, really?
I can't.
Oh,
I can't see any song.
When I put it right now on the screen, you can't see that? Oh, darn.
I can't see.
Oh,
No.
That's what a ripoff.
How many viewers are online right
It
now?
went like 5, 7. We went up to 8,
cool.
I think.
Okay. So imagine, you will, 1,000 peace officers with, I'm hoping thousands more of support outside of go into our House of Commons, and we turn our House of Parliament into a house of justice, real justice. We form the grand juries there, and at the same time, consecutively, as we walk in and do the service of the order, we have auditors on standby, and the peace officers will also be prepared to collect the evidence, right? So all of the financial records. So once they're, I did read the remedy. So they have to pass audits, and we also want released the names of the 11 MPs. There was 11 sitting MPs in 2021.
Yep.
Who
Compromised.
were implicated. Yeah.
Yep. And
whatever happened to them, guys? Where are they?
Like, why weren't they arrested?
Anybody? They didn't even get put out of office. Like nobody, nothing.
And they had their names.
You heard about it.
But the RCMP knew who they were.
Yes.
So they're walking criminals. They're walking traitors, and nothing is being done. So we have nobody.
They're sitting in Parliament.
Yeah.
Probably still to this day. Probably them now.
Yep.
Right.
Undermining.
And I believe that our Department of National Defense has also been captured and compromised.
Yep, I agree.
They're putting up these massive over-the-horizon radar arrays. 10 minutes from my house, we're getting a kilometer of 75-foot high antenna that is intended to barrage the ionosphere with radar frequencies. Like what's going on here? And there's going to be 4 of these, and they're spending over 30 billion on updating NORAD. And this is their no consultation. When they had a town hall in our area, the mayor came to the second session and looked at me and said, "This is not a debate." Because I had the audacity to ask questions.
How dare you?
It's not a debate. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But if we root out this foreign interference, we're going to open some cans of worms and get to the bottom of a lot.
Yeah, and to me, everything can be fixed quite easily. Everything, education, policing, our systems, housing systems, all these things can be fixed. We can make.
Peace.
Go ahead.
and peacefully,
peacefully.
easily and peacefully.
Yeah, and create
Yes.
euphoria, a euphoric future, and allow renaissance, allow inventions to happen. Don't suppress technologies that could, just because someone is not going to make money on constantly fixing something that's not like with Apple, creating a new system, and the power, the power cord doesn't work. You need a new power cord. I mean, that's just greed right in your face, and it's stupid, and it shouldn't be acceptable. We shouldn't have put up with this. A power cord
No,
should always work.
people don't need to go out with another $1,000 phone every year.
Yep.
You know that.
These people
mean-
are getting rich based on immorality. We could have light bulbs that last 100 years. There's a light bulb that was made that's still working, and that's the kind of technology we should all have. We shouldn't be buying light bulbs just so someone can employ 10 employees, and it's all mechanical anyway, building the light bulbs with their fingers. It's just
Yeah,
greed has ruined everything.
yeah.
Plus, I want to see healthy ingredients in food that make sense, not 12-letter words that no one understands. Beef, barley. I don't want to see natural flavors. That doesn't tell me anything.
Food.
That's just a camouflage. It could be anything. A tree is natural. You can take bark off a tree, and that's a natural flavor.
Bugs are very natural.
Bugs are natural flavors. So, I want to stop being manipulated. I want to take back our rights, to consent, informed consent. I want to know what's in the food. I don't want all natural flavors.
I want it. You're insisting has to go into my arm.
Yeah, I don't want.
Not a plant.
Yeah, I don't want lemon scented dishwashing soap. I want dishwashing soap with lemons in it, with real lemons, because they work. It doesn't have to smell like lemon. That doesn't make me happy, because it smells like it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Now I have dishwashing soap right now. It says lemon scented, and it's absolutely crap. The bubbles don't last.
Oh.
But it's the cheaper one. It's a way to survive. They're getting us, they're impoverishing us, forcing us to buy less quality food, less quality products, just to survive. And that's all based on a greed system that needs to end. We can do better than that. You can be successful if you have a good product. You don't have to be perpetually become a billionaire because you make a light bulb that lasts. If you make a light bulb that lasts, your soul is good,
Yeah.
You've done something good for mankind. You created something that lasts. And, people don't have to keep buying it and keep repairing it. There's nothing wrong with that. The wrong people have been in charge for too long. And, they were very clandestine. They were able to pull the wool over our eyes for decades, lying about every wars that we were never, there was no referendum about before wars, or we wouldn't have participated. I don't want our money going to Ukraine. I don't want any part of that. That was a coup in 2014. Everyone knows about it. Newland admitted it openly. People admitted it openly, so it's not a lie. It's a coup.
Sane men don't voluntarily go to another country to kill the people there.
Yeah,
That's not something I want to do.
yep. But
That's something people are manipulated into believing needs to happen.
mhm. But we can only deal with our own country, and that's what you're trying to do. Deal with our geographical country, our area, and try. Yeah.
spot foreign interference, we can solve a lot of the problems.
Yeah.
You know, saying things are going to be perfect utopia, they never will be until Jesus comes back. But we can make things a lot better with God's help and each other's help. Working together, we can do this. I believe.
Yeah, faith helps.
And good women that we.
Yeah, faith helps us.
So, do you have any questions?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions how it would orchestrated?
Sure.
Or the preliminary work that needs to be done?
Sure. Yeah. How
do you want to ask?
How would someone that's listening be able to help and participate?
Okay, so right now we're looking for several things. We need more auditors. We need external forensic auditors, people who don't work for the government, that are qualified. I don't know what's the qualification exactly, but people that are able to audit finances, because we need a huge team. Like I would say we probably need 30 or 40 auditors to do this, because it's a big job, and it's going to take weeks, if not months.
Yeah.
So that's, it's also a big commitment for those 1,000 peace officers that are going in, because they're going to be there for weeks, if not months. So we're going to need the support of Ottawa at large, again, as we had during the convoy. And I was there during the convoy, and I witnessed the support of the people, the outpouring of the people of Ottawa, that just constantly bringing food, supplies, more people, love, hugs, everything. And all across the country. I mean, we dined on steak from Saskatchewan one night. It was delightful. There was such an outpouring of support, and we need that. Again, it's going to be required for when we are sitting and the remedy and forming the grand jury. Because once we have all the evidence from the auditors, now we also need to form the grand juries, and we need people with legal expertise to help that end of it, like operating the grand juries, how we do that. I mean, I've never done that before, but I know it's possible. So we need a team of people to come alongside and help with that. What else we're looking for is other people who have filed police reports all across Canada. I know there's people who did this in 2022 and 2023. People went in 2020, 2024, went into police stations and reported these crimes, because I'd like to put them all together and present them all as exhibits with the request for the cease and desist order. So I'm looking for those people who have already been taking the steps to see accountability. I'd like to be in touch with those people. They can contact me. There are other people on the team, like Brian. I actually developed this beginning in September last year with Brian Dirksen. There was supposed to be a big convoy coming from the west in September. September 15th was the day of the opening of Parliament last year. And supposed to be a great outpouring of people who did Parliament to sit again. They wanted to stop that from happening until we get accountability.
Yeah.
I've even heard from people who want to stop the government at all costs, and I don't want to see that to happen. I don't want to see this turn like that, or a Iran situation. I think Canadians can do it peacefully, and I'd like to hear from other people who have the same idea. So it didn't happen September 15th, and I'm glad. I'm ready to circulate, but it didn't happen, and I'm glad, because we hadn't done the preliminary work. We're not ready to go 1,000 people in there and sit. We need oaths, first of all, that the 1,000 people need to be sworn in as peace officers, and they need to swear an oath to keep the peace, because we don't want it to turn nasty. We want it to stay peaceful and good, and really get to the situation in a lawful way. We know we can do it.
And that's real leadership right there. True leadership is doing it peacefully. But, this is a criminal cartel we're dealing with here. They don't care what we think. They don't care what we say. They're trying to police our words and our thoughts like a 1984 Orwellian nightmare. And we've got people that are being brought into our country that have a totally different lifestyle and culture that isn't compatible with ours. That's not being racist. That's not being hateful. That's just being wise that, these cultures are not compatible. We don't allow child brides or honor killings. These are not acceptable in Canada, and these people are, creating communities and getting into office, and their goal is to take over. They've done it in they did it in Egypt. Egypt was a Christian country. Now the Muslim Brotherhood, run it. Iran also was a beautiful country where they dressed like us, and it became a radical Islamic state. So, this is what they're bringing here. And so we have, white people that are making war with white people. It's insanity. It's like these white people are okay and these white people are not okay. Because the Chabad, all white Jews, they're white. The Chabad Jewish, they're the Kabbalists, the Talmudic, rabbinic, Talmud banking cartel. They own the world almost through compound interest. They just took over. And right now they're burning Argentina because it's the only way they can buy the land. That's the.
Can we go back?
With Argentina, they're taking over that country. It's just insanity all over the world. But yeah, we can focus on Canada.
On our parliament and how our parliament has been captured, compromised. We can point fingers and we can say what's wrong, what's happening, what's bad. But, we really get to the root of it in I believe, a judicial setting, and to make that very public.
Yep.
So we need to have those grand juries to be all live. They have to be seen as they're happening, right?
Yep.
As the evidence is out, it has to be. Maybe not CBC doing that. I don't know. We need media people too have to get in on this. Independent people. Talking of the radicalization of Muslims and I wasn't really prepared to talk on that today.
That's okay.
I know some. Yeah.
That's okay.
It's a touchy subject.
It is. I respect all religions. I just know when something is incompatible with this country.
Wrong. When it's done in a way.
But the radical of any religion is bad. Look, Jim Jones was a Christian and he killed all his people, So anything that's radical is not good. And that could be on any side, and any religion can become radical. So yes.
Yeah, like when you're talking about the Jews, there, it makes me a little uncomfortable because I have a lot of really good friends that are Jews.
Yeah, they're Orthodox Jews are fine. I've read the Torah, and it's the Talmud that is the problem. It's the radicals, the radical Islamic State, the radical rabbinic Talmudic Jews. Yeah, it's not all Jews. I mean, the the people running Israel, they're not. They have no blood link to Palestine. These are, Khazarian mafia.
Mm.
They're the white Jews. They're Jewish. They're not Jews. So I have no
Okay,
problem. I have no problem with any religion. I have a problem with just radical in any religion, and that can happen anywhere, right?
and as we did the child bride thing and the
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the Talmud is 3 years old. The Quran is 6 years old. I mean, these are not acceptable for most of us. You know, that this is not acceptable. The brain isn't finished developing until they're 25, 26 years old.
yeah, Canada was built on Christian principle. Well,
I would
I
think so.
shouldn't say
Yes.
that because, but there were people here before the Christians came too. So, and I don't want to discredit
Yeah.
in any way.
Yep. And that's me. I'm
Foundational.
Micmac. So I
Mhm.
mean,
I believe foundation.
yeah. I mean, I'm open armed to anyone, but so long as they don't practice, dark, religious things, they aren't compatible. That's all. That's all. But
But there's some very like we can learn a lot from natives. They have a lot to teach us. I've learned a lot from native ways. But
yep.
going back to going back to Canada immigration.
Mm-hmm.
Something concerning has happened last year. They opened up the policy to non-residents. This has never happened before. So as it is now, you don't need to actually have ever stepped foot in Canada as long as you have a relative that is
It's been here 3 years. Yeah.
with Canadian. Yeah. So then I mean, this is just crazy insane. Like we used to have a pretty good immigration policy and process for people to become Canadian.
Yeah.
And then it's not to the people who are coming, the immigrants getting into this, because they need to be educated as to our country's ways and our culture. You can't just give carte blanche to anybody to come into any country. Like we couldn't go to well, I was going to say Iran, but nobody wants to go to Iran right now. But we couldn't go to an Islamic country
Yep.
and just do whatever right? We have to respect their culture.
Yes. And we're not getting that. And Europe,
and we're not.
Europe's not getting it either.
Some are, but we need to make it better. We need to really educate people as to what it means to become a Canadian and what it's and they not only they have responsibilities, right?
Yes. And in Islamic countries like Saudi Arabia, they don't pray on the streets like in Toronto here. They cut off a street, just started praying, and they don't even do that in their own country. So it's not traditional at all. It is a form of dominating. So that they're telling us this is what this is going to be a Sharia law country, and I don't like it.
When I'm in everywhere, they're marking their territory.
And our government is facilitating this. So we have treason.
They are.
We have treason.
They are.
Like Anthony said, Canada has no grand jury right now. So we would have to create one.
We can form them. It's within our rights to form them. It's our duty. It's our obligation to form them. We need to do this.
Yeah.
So, if anybody wants more about the order, they can contact me. We will have a website soon. We don't have one right now. Also, that draft that I read, it's not the final draft. And I'm looking forward to coming on again and reading the final draft and going over it, section by section,
Mm-hmm.
and we can really pick it apart. And I'd love more feedback from your audience when we do that another day.
Yes, that would be great. I appreciate your time so much and your love, because this is all love that's showing. Without love, you would just want to care about your own space. Just trying to close the walls behind and just ignore what's on the outside. But putting yourself out there and risking everything, that is can only be done with love. That only love makes that
It
happen.
is my passion.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like it is also taking care of my family because I
Yep.
have 9 children. I gave birth to 9 children, and to do everything that I can, possibly within my power, to ensure that they grow up free.
And those 9 children have cells. They all left cells in you that heal you, which was probably why you look so young. I mean, you look like the same age as your oldest daughter. I mean, it's amazing how country life has kept you young, and I think your faith also keeps you young. And I'm so glad I met you. Tomorrow I've got Dana Metcalf, director of communications at Turning Point Canada, and maybe I'll have
Yeah.
both of you on together at one point. I would enjoy that. Have you both talk.
I'll be listening tomorrow, and
Awesome.
I'm going to be listening to want to catch Dana live tonight at 9 o'clock Ontario time too.
Yes.
On her channel.
Yes.
Or on her. Yeah. Okay.
So we've almost got an hour, and thank you all at home for Anthony, Robbie, Kathleen, Cleo, Robbie, and if I forgot you, if I didn't get your name, I apologize. But we appreciate all of you. I appreciate you all for your input. And if you want any information, you can find um, Angel on Facebook. She's on my friends list, but I've also posted her document, so you can copy and paste it, and we will move forward together. This is all about unity and finding solutions and save.
If anybody's wondering what my profile picture is on Facebook, the Nationalist Constitutional Reform Party,
Yes.
led by Barry, and I am of that and supporter. So even with other organizations, anybody please who work together, let's get this done together.
Yes, Gordon Barry James was on my show twice, and I will probably have him on again. But yeah, I like what he has to say as well. And we do have people putting their necks on there for us, and it's good to, if you're inspired in any way or shape or form, whether it's the Nationalist Party, whether it's filing these documents and participating in the deputization, auditing, or any way legally, because I do have some friends that are legal experts, in my opinion, and they're all welcome to participate in this beautiful movement. Thank you, Angel, for coming again. I appreciate you very much, and I look forward to having you back on the show. And thank you all at home for coming to the Truth Table.